Okay, we're back and we're here for the final hour. Are you ready to jump off the bridge yet, kids? Is it over? What's going to happen? Are we going to survive this little pullback or what? Welcome to the afternoon edition with Uncle Bruce, Stock Markets with Bruce. Stock Markets plain English. Let's talk about what's happening in the market today. What's going on? Do we have to care about it? Do we have to worry about it? What is what we want to know? I noticed that the Dow Jones Industrial Index is down 366 points right now. The low of the day within we're in about 15 points from the low of the day of that. And so that is what's happening. We're down in a percentage terms, 1.07%. Not a serious downturn in the Dow, but it is still a negative day nonetheless. And we don't like down days that begin with 300s or 400s or 500. We don't like those kinds of numbers, but that's what you got. It's what we have right now. You have to accept it. When you have a 34,000 point index, you're going to get 300 point drops. I remember when I was a broker back in the 80s, we had an 800 point Dow Industrial Index. 800 points. We had a 10-point move. That was a big deal. We had a 30-point move. We paid attention. In any event, 362 points on the down dip right now, and that's 1.06%. Over on the S&P 500, we're down 40 points on the day from 4,122 is the level of the index. That is a 0.97%. Let's call it 1% among friends. After all, why not be generous? It's a 1% down dip on the S&P 500. So the Dow is off a little over a point. The S&P is down almost a point. Then the NASDAQ index down 180 points, and it's down 1.29%. So just a little worse off, but this index is dominated by the FANG stocks. So if the big FANG stocks back off, the NASDAQ takes the big hit. It affects the Dow, of course, because they're all part of the Dow Jones Industrial Index as well, but they're not the, what's the word I'm looking for? The core of the Dow Jones. Does that make sense? And so we're having to monitor and watch and measure the NASDAQ regarding the FANG stocks because they make up such a big percentage of the NASDAQ 100. On the Dow 30 right now, being down 365 points, I can tell you that American Express is down $4 a share, 2.7% to 144 bucks. Amgen is up $3 a share. Apple is down $2.74 a share, even though Apple today has been releasing details about its new product line. Doesn't seem to be helping. Maybe it's helping in a way that Apple could be down more than $270 a share, maybe. It's down 270, down 2%. Boeing down $11.29 a share. It was down about $9-10 a couple hours ago when I last saw you. So that's staying in the same neighborhood. Caterpillar down $5.80, down 2.5%. Cisco Systems down $1.17, down 2.2%. Chevron down $2, down 2%. Goldman Sachs down $12.68. GS down $12.68, 3.6%. To have the senior banker take that bit of a spill today. Kind of interesting that it is down as much as it is. Goldman Sachs, let's see if I happen to have it here. I do on my phone. Here's the chart all day long. It's just a long slide all the way down for Goldman Sachs. The low of the day, 329. It's at 330 right now. It's right at the low pretty well. It's trading at 8.2 times earnings. Let me repeat that. Goldman Sachs is trading at 8.2 times PE multiple. That is extremely cheap. Apple, just to kind of help you out here, the star of the market, Apple, the shares of Apple are trading at 35.8 times earnings. Goldman Sachs trades at 8.5 times earnings, 8.22 times earnings. So it being down today, 3.5% is extremely rare, and that's a deal. That is a giveaway. Yielding only 1.46% if you buy it for the dividend. It doesn't pay much of a dividend. but that is some pretty cheap paper compared to the kind of money they are making, just so you know. Home Depot down $3.97, down 1.2%, still at $3.22 a share. Honeywell is off $4.71, down 2%. International Business Machines, IBM, up 4.8%, up to $138 a share, up 3.67%. Those numbers came in yesterday, very strong, and the company is growing, so that is an up move today. Intel, computer chip maker, down $1, only down 1.6%, so it's not taking much of a hit. Johnson & Johnson is up $3.64, up 2.2%. Coca-Cola up 7 cents, so virtually unchanged. JP Morgan, another banker, down $3.67, trading at down 2.4%. I'm not sure if I have JP Morgan on my phone here. I do have it on my phone. Okay, I can tell you that it's trading at 11.8 times earnings. Not even as cheap as Goldman Sachs, but that's still very low. McDonald's, part of the Dow 30, up 47 cents today. 3M Company is down 80 cents. No one cares. Merck and Company is up 92 cents a share. Microsoft down 96 cents a share. That is not a bad day there. Nike is the one getting hit today, down $6.37. It is also a loser, down 4.8%. And Nike numbers must be registering weakness or perceived weakness for this. Procter & Gamble up 74 cents. Travelers up $1.13. United Healthcare Group up $5.21, up $1.3% today, having a good day. Salesforce.com, one of the latest entries into the Dow 30, down $268 at $227 a share. Verizon is down 14 cents. Visa Incorporated is down $3.10, down 1.3%. Walgreens down 0.61 or 61 cents. Walmart up 68 cents. Walt Disney down $4.59 a share. 460 now, down 2.4%. And then we have Dow Chemical or Dow Incorporated down $2.19, down 3.4%. You can see the banking sector is definitely taking it on the chin. The clothing sector, like Nike, has having a lousy day today. Boeing on the jet front not doing well, and those are your main culprits for the loss of value on the Dow Jones Industrial Index. All right, that is what's causing the Dow 30 to be down right now, 336 points collectively. If IBM were not doing as well as it's doing, we would be down over 400 points or about 400 points. And there are others on the Dow that are doing all right, but it is the banking sector today, which has had a good run lately. They've come up with good results, maybe profit taking perhaps, or fear of potential higher interest rates. There could be that. I'm just going to double check something here on my computer. Just 1 second here. I'll go to rates. And nope, the 10-year note in the U.S. is at 1.56. So it is not the culprit here today. So it's not the U.S. T-bills that are causing the consternation, which you may recall when you were joining me a few weeks ago. I was talking to you about how the Dow would lose 600 points in one day. Interest rate fears. This is not interest rate worrying. I'm going to guess maybe that, again, I'm just trying to speculate, why is the market off so much? And it might just be that, one, we've got profit taking coming in anyway. The Dow, like I said, the Dow Industrial is not even down 1%. But we've had a good run on the banks. And with Disney off a little bit and now Boeing off a bit, that just compounds the problem. And so keeps the Dow low versus, instead of down 120 points or down 80 points, it's down 331. Just cosmetically, it looks worse than I think it is. It's not that every single Dow stock is down. That is not the case whatsoever. I wanted to reiterate that today, all right? S&P down 36, NASDAQ down 160. All right, Michael is saying, Bruce, I heard you say the DTCC is insured for 30 trillion with a T. I think it's 75 trillion. How can they be insured for so much? And how do you know? Where can I read more? I believe it's 75 trillion. I read this info about a month ago, and I'm trying to remember right now where I read this. It was an overview of the clearing corporation. I think I saw it on Google I did a Google search on DTCC, and I think I saw a series of articles, one being a Wikipedia article, and it went over the history of the DTCC, how it's evolved from the early days when we used to have paper stock transactions and now digital. And I read the entire kind of transition into the digital, and then talking about the modern day DTCC. So you may want to do just a Google search for DTCC and look it up under Wikipedia, and you may find the info there. But I believe it's insured for $75 trillion, quite a serious amount of money. Much more than you guys have in GameStop or all of your accounts collectively. That those of you who are watching me today, that's what I see what's going on. Thank you, all of you, for being here today. Thank you for following me earlier today, and now at this moment, we're at 156.05 on GameStop right now. The shares have had, let's see, kind of a day here. Here we go. It's been pretty well a down dip. I mean, we had that first down dip right off the bat here, had a little recovery, then the low of the day, just as I went off the air a little earlier, or maybe just before I went off the air, and then it's come back and held flat ever since. The low of the day, 153.36, 153.36, and it's now 155.90. So it got back into the 158 range. $4 or $5 better than the low of the day, but nothing more than that. Now we're at 155.90. Volume 3,800,000 shares on GameStop. There's nothing wrong with GameStop today. There's nothing negative being written about GameStop today. There's no doomsdayer anywhere talking about GameStop in a negative way today. I still get these one-off comments that I hear from time to time about certain analysts who do not know anything about GameStop. They do not know anything about the company, the personnel, the game plan going forward. They know nothing, and yet they choose to use the term GameStop or GameStop effect when they want to talk about other stocks not doing well, whether stocks are overvalued or overhyped or whatever. They just throw out willy-nilly the term GameStop effect, or the Reddit crowd, the Wall Street Bets people. They just lump it in there and won't let it go, even though they don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea of what GameStop is truly up to, and they also talk about GameStop for whatever reason. They try to just throw GameStop out there as a term when they're talking about companies that are heavily diluting themselves to survive, to sell stock in the market, to keep their doors open, or try to survive the pandemic scenario that's out there. They throw GameStop around there as if it's part of this issue, and it's not. This company has not issued any stock from its treasury to survive the pandemic at all, and yet they just totally mischaracterize it. I'm not saying that GameStop is the Apple of stocks. It's not like Apple Corp or it's not a Microsoft. This is a retail company that happens to have, or once had, 5,600 retail stores, now has less than 5,000, will soon be down to probably 4,000 and less in the next year or so, and is quickly going the direction of e-commerce. But the folks who are poo-pooing this company, or they're not even purposely trying to hurt this company, they just don't realize that how they are referring to this company is completely inaccurate as to what is really happening. And a lot of you out there have told me, especially on these one-on-one sessions I've had with a bunch of you, you have told me how you had heard about Microsoft a number of months ago, back in December and January and February, and how that you first bought some and you sold some, or you caught some on the high end, you averaged down a little bit. Some of you got very lucky and only have had winning trades, and all the different scenarios you've told me about. But many of you have told me that once you got into the stock the first time, and then you kind of looked at it a second time, you discovered my channel, and then you really began to dig into the company. And you began to find out a lot of information about the company that no one talks about. And it kind of makes you mad. It really upsets you because a lot of folks are just not accurately portraying the depth of the GameStop corporate story. And I feel for you. Welcome to the Markets 101. welcome to the way the markets work sometimes. And it's just the cost of being a publicly traded company that sometimes you get lumped into a trend or to whatever's going on, and you get stigmatized, and it just catches for a while. It sticks for a while. It's not GameStop's fault that there were 70 million shares of GameStop shorted on this company's stock back in 2018-19. It's not the company's fault that there were hedge funds and large investors gambling that this company was going broke. You could blame management of GameStop back in 2018-19 that, moves that were made in 2015 to 16 to 17 may have contributed to the company not performing very well, but it's not the management of the company's fault that 70 million shares were shorted over a few years' time against the stock of this company. But it happened. It is to the company's kudos to the company for buying up 36 million of their shares and reducing their stock float dramatically to screw these shorters. Great job by management. They made a move they had to make to get these guys, and they got them. They absolutely nailed them. The management people who decided to buy back 36 million shares of GameStop are not here anymore. They weren't around even maybe in January, February. They may not have been around when the squeeze originally happened. They had long left the company or long been kicked out or whatever it was, or very few are left in the organization. But when the stock reached $483 a share, and that really did in some hedge fund players and large investors who got just raked over the coals with this massive loss. The folks who created that loss for them were former employees of GameStop, perhaps directors, VPs, and others. Today, the company trades at $155.90 a share as this second is going by right now. And there's a whole new management team in place and a whole new management team coming into place in the next few weeks. And all of you who are following me closely, you all know this, and you're aware that you're about to see some significant changes on the corporate side. Unfortunately, for all of you out there following GameStop, and for me trying to expose the GameStop story for what I think is really going on, there is still this stigma out there of the companies in trouble out there who are having a tough time get compared, or GameStop gets compared to them unfairly, because this company is not in financial trouble. This company does not have financial problems. They're not behind in their rent with their landlords. They have not had to raise $100 million to survive. They've not had to do constant fundraisings, going to bankers again and again and again. They have not had to dilute any of their shareholders for any reason to survive this pandemic. And even if this pandemic lingers for another 6 months or a year and a half, or we're still battling this darn thing in 2 years, GameStop will unlikely have to raise any money to survive that. They're using their assets, cash flow, and if they do raise any money, it'll be at their leisure, not because they're under the gun to do so, to convert the company over to the e-commerce side. They are survivors. They will be very successful survivors of all of it. A lot of their neighbors in these shopping malls that they're part of are gone. The stores are empty. They've been boarded up. These guys are still doing business and will continue to do so because gamers who are stuck at home will continue to need the merchandise that GameStop offers them. And now with the online ability to order from GameStop, it gets even more convenient. And certainly with curbside pickup and all these maneuvers they've made, they did it right. They were smart to say, we know we can't open our stores in the mall, but we can offer you curbside pickup, and you know what it is you want. You can order it through our stores and then just pop by at 10:15 or give us a call when you're 15 minutes away. We'll have one of our employees waiting for you at the south entrance of the mall with a bag of your merchandise. Just come and grab it from the car and off you go. It's all prepaid for. Thanks for the business. These guys are on the ball and they have to be commended for that, but they're not They're not. You're not going to see it from CNBC personalities. You're not going to see it from others because it isn't sexy enough of a story to get the attention of the market. It's not sexy enough. It's kind of boring that this company has only got 70 million shares outstanding and is in financially good shape. It's kind of boring to talk about the fact that they're paying off their debt in 10 days. The 10% interest loans that they took up, they're paying those off at the end of in the next 10 days, week and a half. It's all over. They will almost virtually be debt-free, completely, practically debt-free. I think it's 20 million is going to be left or something, just puny. With a sales rate of over $2 billion a quarter, they have virtually no debt. But it's not a sexy story. You want to sell Cadillacs and Toyotas and all kinds of merchandise, insurance on television, you need to move ads. If you're going to move ads, you got to get people watching. You want to get people watching. You can't talk about GameStop and how boring curbside pickup is. It's not going to retain viewers, because over on Fox and other networks, they got more exciting stuff going on. Cops killing people. I mean, this is the competition for your eyeballs right now. So GameStop is just not exciting enough of a story to really hype this corporate story up. And so they're looking for something else to talk about. And unfortunately, the only time you hear about GameStop is when someone compares a bad stock to GameStop something, the GameStop era or whatever. It is frustrating. It is frustrating. So folks, I feel your pain. I feel your frustration. But as I've been ranting along here, the Dow at least is back to only down 294 points. So are we a little better? Yeah, we're a little better. Are we a lot better? Yeah, not yet, but we're a little better. We'll take a little, and hopefully we'll get a lot. The Dow right now down 293 points at 33,784. It was 33,687. So the market has come back not quite 100 points from the low of the day. So we were much closer to 400 points down. We're now at 291 on the down dip. We've just climbed 101 points from the low of the day on the Dow. Is this a fantastic, incredible, awesome recovery? No. Is it technical? Yeah, it is. It's down 0.86 of 1%. So it is 15 100ths of a percentage point better off than it was a little while ago. We'll take that as a starter. Let's see how we do for the next 38 minutes of the day and see what the market wants to give. So for is it 48 minutes of the day? We'll see how it does. All right. On other stock, Coinbase down 1334. Coinbase hit a low today of 312. It is currently at 319.66. And it's traded 11 million shares. It's definitely backing off in volume without a doubt. Other news to tell you about: GameStop right now 155.50. AMC at 925. The low today on AMC has been 901. That has been the low trade today. Vector Acquisition down a dime. It's at 1064. The low was 1027 today. Vector Acquisition is a giant U, letter U, was here this morning, way down today, coming right back up at the end of the day, down only a dime on the day. NAV site holdings unchanged, down a penny. IPOE, that is Social Capital Hedrosophia Holdings Corp, which is going to become SoFi. The IPOE, I refer to it as, or SoFi going to be, was as low as 1475. It's now 1489. It was as high as 1584. So this stock has moved $1 today from high to low, now back at 1489. Story that I came across today, and this article's been out a while, and I wanted to mention this to you folks. Those of you who are into IPOE, I want you to understand that good days are ahead for this stock. Definitely good days ahead, pardon me. The reason is simple. The company was supposed to be finished the merger and listed now as SoFi in the last week or so, but it hasn't happened. Here we are on the 20th of April. We're still waiting. We thought this would be done between the 5th and the 10th. Now we're told that the reason for the outlook is actually a good news reason. And this is something that you'll have to bear with me as I read this to you. This is an article in the Investor Place publication that came out a little while ago. Well, actually today, excuse me. And the company is in the middle of a takeover. They are now this is SoFi, not the public company that I'm talking about. SoFi, the company that this SPAC is merging with. SoFi has made a deal to acquire a bank, a small Sacramento bank called Golden Pacific. Now, they said they were buying this company on March the 9th for about $150 million. Normally, $150 million deals are nothing to get excited about because this exact IPO is something like a $4 or $6.5 billion deal when it's all said and done, and it'll also have $2.4 billion cash in the deal to when it starts listing. So a $150 acquisition should not even matter, but in this case, it does. The deal to acquire Golden Pacific Bank for SoFi must be approved by the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency and the Federal Reserve. This is a big deal. The move is the next step towards making SoFi a national bank like JP Morgan is a national bank. SoFi could take direct deposits and make loans based on those deposits rather than acting as a reseller. This is a huge deal, and we're waiting for this to be approved and go through. And I think this is why the merger, the takeover of the SPAC is being held up. It is requiring this final approval from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, and it's sounds a bit complicated, but it legitimizes this company as a bank, and it puts it on equal footing with other investment banks. This is a big change, which means for you guys as shareholders of IPOE, the upside just went way higher. It just went a whole lot higher because there are 1.8 million and I believe soon to be 3 million members utilizing the services of SoFi now online. All of them will be automatically part of a chartered bank company, which allows the chartered bank company to offer those 1.8 to 3 million members all kinds of additional financial services. Huge move, and it transforms SoFi dramatically. And so this deal, this IPOE merger with this SPAC has now become, in my eyes, an even juicier deal. Again, the IPOE right now is $14.87. And there are definitely investors who are upset and frustrated and very impatient that this deal has taken so long to happen. And some are just giving up and getting out because they don't want to wait anymore, not knowing that they could be a week to 2 weeks to 3 weeks away from a very interesting move in this stock. I think this company is going to be an extremely active and busy publicly traded company. And you definitely want to hang on to what you got. If you don't have any and been thinking about getting it, this is your time. You're looking at $14.89, down 50 cents. Now, the high for this stock so far has been $28. That was on the hype of this deal when it was announced in January. It has been a while since it was up there. This is the December range here, $10. January up here, 28. Now we're over here. Sorry, we're over here. So you're now getting in at a level not seen in a long time. This back here is January, February. Look at April. This is cheap. This is really cheap. I wanted you to be aware of this IPOE event story, and I wanted you to try to understand a little more fully. I'm picking it up here as each day goes on and realizing, oh my God, yeah, they're going to have a bank charter. They're going to be like an investment banker. These guys can go to a whole other level of business as opposed to what they're doing now. Anyway, you needed to know that, and I'm glad I could bring that up to your attention. All right, Gores Holdings. What a crazy day for Gores Holdings today. This is today. Opened up nicely here. Was sitting at 1245. It was doing a beautiful job, and then it just gave it up to 1156 right here. It just dumped off to 1156 right there just before noon hour, and now it's kind of hung on ever since, but it's still way down here at 1167. This stock at these levels is a bargain extraordinaire. They are merging with Matterport, the 3D imaging software company. All insurance companies are going to insist that virtually every homeowner in the future, I can tell you, within 2 to 5 years, you will not be able to get homeowners insurance, apartment insurance, content insurance, retail insurance, office insurance for your office equipment. You name any building that you want insurance for with a business in it. You're not getting a policy unless you Matterport your property. That means filming it in a 3D way through Matterport software, and that will be on file with the insurance company and with you for claims, whether it's a flood or a fire or burglary or whatever happened. You're going to have it. You're not going to be able to buy a policy. The insurance company will not write a policy without Matterporting your house. Now, you may not have to go out and get it done. The insurance company will send someone to your house to get it done, and your policy will not be in effect until it is done and uploaded. Count on it. This Gores Holding Company, which will become Matterport, this is a huge area of business, massive, because insurance policies get renewed all the time. And if you want to make changes to your policy, or you're moving your home from one home to another home, you're going to have to do it again at the new home with the furniture in it. This is an ongoing cash cow for Matterport. This is going to be massive. You will not rent in the next year or two. You will not rent or even consider renting an Airbnb property without it being Matterported, the 3D imaging software. So if you own an apartment or a house that you want to put up on the Airbnb, you're not going to be able to rent it without getting your property Matterported. 3D imaging to show potential renters what it is they're getting for the money. It'll get you top dollar. If you've got a beautiful place to rent, you'll get top dollar. But if you don't do it, you're not going to be even listed on Airbnb. They won't even bother taking your listing. This is, again, another huge business. And I can see this being an annual requirement that every year you have to have your property Matterported again to be current. It's massive. All new homes being built by subdivision builders, all new builders. Every realtor trying to sell a house and list a house, they will Matterport the house. So every real estate listing, condo, home, you name it, apartment buildings that want to rent their apartments out will need to Matterport their apartments to again compete with other listings to get the attention of the renter. Gores Holdings is going to be a huge cash win for any of you out there that hold this stock. You've just got to be patient enough to wait it out for Matterport and Gores to become one. And it's happening. It's coming soon. I can't tell you exactly what day, but you're within a few weeks of nirvana, of happiness, of a whole new world. And I will be very busy updating all of you on your SPACs as they start coming out with press releases and updates and deals. Exclusive deals. Unbelievable. Matterport is global. It's not a U.S. company. 150 countries now. They're going to have deals with every real estate agent on the planet. It is huge. It is just beyond massive. The stock 1174 right here. Boy, are you going to be upset when you realize one day I was holding up my phone pointing at Gores Holdings at 1174 and you didn't buy any. Sorry. There you have it. Okay, BGAC. That is our friend from Virgin, Mr. Richard Branson. It's $9.90 a share. It is 10% lower than what you'll get for the company if they don't do a deal. It's a guaranteed win. This is an entity that will do very well, but I'm sorry to say on a day like today, it is caught in the vortex of whatever's going on today. And there are opportunities. These are called dips of a lifetime. They're here. Starboard Ventures up 2 cents to $9.93. Fortress Value down 6 cents to $9.94. Any SPAC under 10 is a giveaway before they do their deals, in my opinion. These others, Gores Holdings, IPOE, Vector Acquisition, license to print money. If you can pick them up, go right ahead. There you go. All right, GameStop, 155.40 is where we're at. The low of the day, 153.36. We're $2 away from the low of the day. We have to just tolerate this these days from time to time. It's just the way it is. Not much I can do. Is there a battles behind ETF holdings of GameStop between hedge funds? Got 917 buy calls, 917 buy calls for XRT, IGR 820 Game R7 OTM, looking for Uncle Bruce to endow wisdom. Boy, these codes, you're really pushing it here. I'm not sure what's going on. I see you have September calls. You have August calls, July calls. I think that's what you got. And I'm assuming that you hold ETFs that hold the stock, GameStop. I'm assuming you've got ETFs that are long GameStop in their ETF. That's what you're trying to tell me? Please tell me that's what you're trying to tell me. By the way, thanks for the donation. If GameStop does what GameStop should do, in my opinion, these will go up in value. The question is, will your calls react enough with the ETFs reacting enough because GameStop is reacting enough? This is the disconnect. I can't tell you for sure how this is going to go, but certainly if GameStop shares were to start trading a lot closer to the value of Chewy shares, these would be 500 apiece right now. So they are less than a third of the value they could be, just equaling the value of Chewy's market cap. Okay. All right. Thank you everybody for tolerating this YouTuber today. L4G Custom Fabrication. Who is Bill Miller, and why does it matter he sold his GameStop shares? News keeps coming up on Webull. Bill Miller is a fund manager. A very experienced guy, been around a long time. Excuse me, I gotta take my clothes off. I need the ratings. The channel's not doing so well, so I gotta get naked. I should have promoted this out on all the social medias. Maybe I would have a bunch of you watching right now. But anyway, just tell your friends. Bruce is getting undressed on his channel right now. This is a chance to see Bruce, with less clothes on. Anyway, Bill Miller is a money manager, and he bought the stock in the $4 neighborhood and sold it in the 70s. Missed out on the $400 move. But I don't think Bill Miller totally, fully realized what was happening with GameStop while it was happening. He may have bought in because it was overshorted, and he may have felt that at 70, hey, we're up almost 20 times our money. Let's run, because how often do we get these deals? Never. And they took their money. They had no idea, neither did you, neither did I, that the stock would go to 483 a short time later, go back to 38.50 and go to 346, and now be sitting at 155. None of us knew that this was going to happen, but it did. It has. And so Bill made a lot of money on it, but could have made a lot more. But so could all of you. All of you out there who had this stock at low prices, didn't sell at 483, you're all to blame. Those of you who didn't buy it at $38.50 to $40 when you had the chance, you're all to blame. And when it went back to 346, you're all to blame. You didn't sell. And you're all to blame that you're here right now. Welcome to the blame game, and I'm your host, Bruce with the most. Welcome to the blame game. 156.09 is where we're at right now. And let's just make money. I would rather have more GameStop at 150 or so and consider buying it for a 25% short term or for some of these newer buys. I can buy the SPACs later when I've grown that money. It's okay. It's all right. Those of you who don't have any of the SPACs, or you're sitting on GameStop first, or you have your favorites that you want to pan out, it's all right. It's quite okay. My job is to give you my opinion on the stocks that I've been talking to you about, and that's what I do from time to time. So there you go. What can I tell you? All right. Fred Flintstone never wore pants. He was fairly successful. There you go. Oh man. What can I say? Quee saxophone. Bruce getting buck naked like the option writers in Chicago. Oh my! You notice you never see my hands. You never see them. But I'm always happy. I'm always smiling. I always have that look of satisfaction on my face. What is going on over there? Thank you everybody for being here today. CNBC did an interview with Bill Miller, and it was very good. Very good. He's a smart guy. Been around a while. What can I say? But he is not familiar. He really is not familiar with GameStop as familiar as you folks are. Hanging out with me, yours truly, the knowledge of GameStop that you have versus the knowledge that he has, he stopped watching it because he's not into it anymore. It's okay. It's all right, Bill. You don't have to be involved in the GameStop anymore if you don't want to be. It's quite all right. But something tells me if he had a chance to have a 5-minute telephone call with Ryan Cohen, he might change. He might want to pick up some stock. But you know what? We need buyers of GameStop when it's 500 a share to 800 a share. We need new buyers up there. And there will be a whole bunch of new buyers who could have been buyers here, but chose not to be. And that's okay. You can pick your time when you want to get involved in this company. When you think it's going to go from 500 to 2,000 a share, buy it at 500. We say, welcome to the party. We've been here for a while. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, there you have it. Oh my gosh. Let's see what's going on. Kevin, you can also buy deep in the money calls for a year out. You put up less money now to control 100 shares of the SPACs by expiration. It's true. You can buy $9 SPACs. You can buy $10 SPACs, $11 SPACs. Good for a year. You might get them for pennies on the dollar. Maybe you can pick up some contracts for maybe 50 cents a share, 25 cents a share, good for 6 months, a year. Control 100 shares of a SPAC for $25 to $50. There's nothing wrong with that. Knock yourself out. Pick up contracts for SPACs, but make sure you're good till this fall or deeper if you can, because you want to have some time to let these companies make all these announcements. 157.05 on GameStop, by the way. It seems to be picking up a little bit of momentum here. Hopefully, it's the beginning of a bit of a move. Nice to see the stock right here at the end of the day, right there. Where am I? There you go, right there, making a little uptick right there on the GameStop. That's on this side right there. There you go. Little pop up. I don't know. Is it serious? I don't know, but it looks a little better. Sure looks better. I like better looking than ugly looking. 262 on the Dow Jones Industrial, down 262, down 260 now. It is also coming up in price. S&P down 26. It's improved. NASDAQ down 123, now only down 0.89 of a percentage point. It's come back almost 1/2 of a percentage point in value. So the indices are getting stronger as the day is waning out. We're down to 17 minutes, and the markets are climbing a little bit at the end. Maybe the markets are oversold already, and the market momentum is coming in, wondering about a strong opening tomorrow. We'll see what's going on. The shorters will be the buyers. That is correct. We finally got 4 million shares traded. Finally peeling off the layers. I bought one GameStop yesterday, 165. 2 more today, 156. Holding now 89. Little by little, closing in on reaching 100 shares. Michael, hey Bruce, say monthly you put in so much money in an S&P fund, so much in a foreign stock fund, and X amount of money into U.S. a bond fund. Aren't you basically getting everything worth buying while dollar cost averaging? Are you doing that? An S&P fund, a foreign stock fund, and a U.S. bond fund? Well, you're not into growth necessarily. Of course, S&P, you're buying everything, aren't you? You're buying the S&P 500, right? But you're missing out on a lot of growth companies, perhaps. Foreign stock fund, that depends on how foreign the foreign stock fund really is, how widely cast the net that is. a U.S. bond fund, you're definitely buying into something at a very high price because the yields are so low. And in the next 5 years, if yields start to come up to the 3-4% level, 5% level in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, the funds aren't going to go up in value very much. U.S. bond funds aren't going to do very well for you. So keep that in mind. Yields will rise eventually. Dramatically today? No. Dramatically in 3 months? Nah, I don't think so. But eventually they will slowly inch up back to normalcy. But right now we haven't had normal for a decade. So you tell me. But yeah, look, you can do this and make a monthly contribution to these. Safe way to go. Long-term hold, sleep at night. Don't worry about market sell-offs or whatever. Yeah, sure, absolutely. It's been a good strategy for folks over many, many years, and can be done that way if you like. Faster growth can be had elsewhere. Yes, I will grab that. Okay. Let's say here what else is going on. Thank you, everybody. When DFV exercises options, who has to cough up the stock? Whoever is the holder of the contract, whoever wrote the contracts. Now, it's not necessarily the actual individual that wrote the contract that he actually bought. It can be an open pool. And so it's theoretically possible that whoever wrote the contracts originally may have long ago bought back those contracts with other transactions and is no longer on the hook for those shares. But somebody is, because all contracts out there are in the open interest. And it could well be that the Chicago Mercantile Exchange has given notices to 10 different writers of contracts, 50 each. They were notified for 50 contracts each, total of 500 contracts. And they had to cough up 5,000 shares each of the stock. Maybe half of them had the stock. They were not naked writers. The other half were naked call writers. And maybe they've been buying up the stock to deliver. That could well have happened in the last 2 days. But I can tell you that Mr. Gill got his stock. Not a problem. Although I will say possible that some of the folks who had to buy the stock on the open market are buying the shares. But they're buying shares from shorters. They don't even realize it. They're buying, it doesn't matter. They're buying shares from shorters who are not delivering to the DTCC. Failure to deliver. And maybe 25,000 of the 50,000 haven't been delivered to the DTCC today. And those are failure to deliver, and that could put more pressure on this stock. It's now 157.74. I don't know. We'll see. Very interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Approaching 158. Yes, we are. We are approaching 158. And it's time for them to go much, much higher, I say. Volume now on GameStop. Let me get this machine going here. We have 4,196,000 shares. We're trading at 158.17, 158.17 right now. Down 620 on the day. This is the best level since basically 1 o'clock this afternoon and going back to almost 11 o'clock this morning. So the shares are improving, 158.59, a little better. Can they reach 159 to 160? Anything is possible. We do have 12 minutes left in the day. The Dow, however, is still down 266 points. It is not rocketing back up right now. It is sort of leveled off here for a moment. Is this as much as it's going to give us? We don't know. It's down 0.8 of a percentage point rather than 1% lower on the day. S&P down 27, NASDAQ down 121. Okay, 158.33 on GameStop shares. They are better looking, but they are not yet really coming on like gangbusters at the moment. AMC down 37 cents to 9.29. Coinbase down $15 to 3.17. It is giving up ground at the end of the day. Over at Vector Acquisitions, it is almost even on the day. Vector Acquisitions is now at 10.70, down only 4 cents. It was down to 10.27 this morning. That was a SPAC on a super discount. It is now virtually flatlined itself. Navstar is virtually unchanged. IPOE at 14.88. It is still down on the lower end of the trading day. 14.75 is a low trade of the day. It is only 13 cents above its low. And I am surprised that with all the information out there on SoFi, that these shares are trading as low as they are. But they are. Nothing I can do about it. I can only tell you what I see and how I interpret it. Gore's Holdings now down 15 cents, taking a bit of a shot here. The shares were sitting around the 11.50-60 range just a little while ago. Now 11.97, down only 14 cents, the best level since about 11 o'clock, 11:15 this morning. The shares have definitely perked up on Gore's Holdings. Maybe people are hearing about my Matterport speech. We're seeing VGAC down 3 cents, Starboard up a penny, Fortress down 6. Nothing going on. International Business Exchange, IBM up $5 a share. Dow down 262 as we are coming into the last 10 minutes of the day, down 262. The index is at 33,815. It was as low as 33,687 just before I came on the air. So from 687 to 816, that's 100 and approximately 130 points improvement to be down now 260. So that is definitely better. 140 point gain from the low this afternoon. And looks like it's getting a tad better. We'll watch that closely. All right. Strong close would be just what the doctor ordered. That would be just fine with me. Microsoft down 48 cents. Apple down $1.79. Tesla up 5.20. Bed Bath & Beyond still up 11 cents. Was down this afternoon. Came back. And cruise lines are all under pressure today. CDC news, not good. Okay. Try to say that. And not easy to say. 158.53 on GameStop. Down 584, 158.72. Question is, will it have a bit of a pop here in the last 8 minutes? It's already had a pop for 5 or 6 minutes now. It had a little push, stop, came up, stop, came up. Now it's stopped at 158.55, 158.80. Can it give us a little run to 160? If that is the case, that would be the best level since 10:30 this morning. It eliminated all the down dip all afternoon to get back to this morning's range. Down 556 on GameStop. So it's not an ugly day for GameStop. It's just a negative day like the market has been negative. The Dow now down 252, only down 0.75 of a percentage point. It has come back 1/4. 25% of the losses have been brought back for the Dow 30 index. Okay, we'll see what it wants to do. Extension. So SoFi would fall into the category of neobanks, as it's a tech-enhanced full-service consumer SRV platform that appears to target younger generations of consumers such as millennials and Gen Z. I'll go with that. Yeah, definitely go with that. And now they're going to own a chartered bank, so they can offer all the services of a bank. This is a big deal for SoFi. This is a big deal. Try to say Irish wristwatch 5 times fast. No, thank you. Do you know who owns CLOV? I do not. Come on now. We all know we're going to be very sad for all of the hedge fund guys when this thing explodes. It's going to be a sad, sad day when the hedge funds lose $100 billion on GameStop, being on the wrong side again. It's that, seeing how they like to play dirty. I wonder if the SPACs that Uncle Bruce has recommended are being attacked by the hedge funds as a way to discredit him and discourage us. I don't know if they're really paying attention to me all that much. They might be, but I don't know. Eventually, it all comes out. Are Citadel and friends large enough to engineer a bond crisis? A fear that I have is that, like the old greedy despot, that if they are going down, they're going to take everyone down with them. No, I don't think so. I don't think they have, $100 trillion available. It's possible they're leveraged, but I don't think so. You're up against countries, not up against investors. I don't think they have enough oomph. So I don't think so. Okay, let's see. Hedge fudge is the best. I need IPOE to get to $20 by January 21, 2022. Possible, please, if that could be happening, that would be good. Big money, no whammy. I'm saving up the tears for the hedgies now. Hedge fudge with biscuits. I get it. Tongue twisters are hard. That's what I'm getting here. 157.77 on GameStop. We're coming into the last 5 minutes of the day. We're watching Apple recover a little bit here, down only $1.70 now. It was down $2.20 a bit earlier today. Apple's a little better off. Market now 263 on the downside on the Dow. Still not a serious recovery coming in here. A partial recovery has been had, yes. Not a continual fall off, true, but not a strong, massive recovery at the end. I think a lot of folks are going to do the wait and see overnight, see what's going on. A nice thing is only portion of the market is short on GameStop. Everyone else wins. So no total crash like the housing crash. That's true. That's true. There'll be a lot of hedge funds making a lot of money on GameStop. Half the chat has been smoking bongs and blunts all day, show-offs. What kind of jobs you'll all be working? I'm stuck in my cube. Got another trim, says Colin. Hedge fudge with walnuts is my true weakness. Guys, I bought Gores at $13.40 and IPOE at $17.40. Guess what? Deals aren't done yet, so just wait. That's it. Rolf, a Wizard Owl makes you wonder, or maybe I'm just being paranoid. IPOE now $14.88, still down 51 cents. We've got Gores Holdings at $11.94, still down 17 cents, but it's come a ways from the low. 157.92. GameStop coming in the last 3 minutes. It's approaching 158 yet again. Will it break 158? It just did. 158.03 like butter. It went through it. Will it have a little run now or not? I don't know. 158.09 on GameStop. We'll keep watching that. Hedge fudge is always full of some kind of nuts. Oh, it's going to close at 159.24, someone is saying here. John Van, that's where it's going. Thomas, Apple's going to do great with the continued expansion of their M1 line. I own a couple that are absolutely remarkable machines, way out ahead of other consumer gear. JJ Gunn is laughing. Wizard Owl, Malo, you can't put anything past these guys. Chris, if Clove is owned by a hedge fund, it's losing. That's losing. This is a good stock to short. 158.10 on GameStop. We got less than 3 minutes to go. Short the stock, says Chris. 158.10 on GameStop. 158.24 now on GameStop. A little bit better. The Dow down 270. Not going to help us. We're on our own. If anything good is going to happen here. Gore Holdings 11.95, down 16 cents as we're coming into the last part of the day right now. 157.17 on the GameStop shares. 158.18. Very little movement right now. Volume, I bet you, is light. 4.4 million. A little bit of volume has come in the last hour, but not a ton here as we are coming through the last 2 minutes of the day on the markets. Yes, indeed. Down 275 on the Dow, down 29 on S&P, down 132 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is almost down 1% again. It's given it back. It had a little recovery, came back again. So it's going to close weaker rather than stronger at the end. The Dow 269, kind of flatlining. 158.19, 158 even on GameStop is where we're sitting at right now in this neighborhood. We are down to a minute something, minute 55 to go on the day as we're awaiting the final closing trades for the markets on our favorite stocks. And it's a red day, no question about it. Everyone is red, we have to admit, but it is not a bloodbath at all. It is a frustrating red kind of day, but it is a partial give back of some pretty good moves we've had lately as we wait out the news from various companies, including SPACs getting their mergers done. We are eagerly awaiting for those days to come through so we can get on with it. The Dow down 256, a little spurt at the end here. Last minute now. We're down 1 minute, 13 seconds to go. The volatility index is low. No fears there. GameStop 158.62 coming on with a little bit of a surge at the end. KC Ayala has just joined us as a new member. Wonderful to have you, KC. Nice to have you here. Welcome to the gang right now. 158.62. Let's take a look. Are we done for the day? Almost. We are almost there. The bell is about to start ringing on the New York Exchange as we're coming into the last minute of trading. 158.52 on GameStop. Dow is down only 242. A little spurt again on the Dow, but just window dressing. I think a few members are covering short positions and maybe taking on positions for tomorrow. They want to be long rather than short overnight. That could well be it. 158.52 down 585. We have got Casey being welcomed by all kinds of people. Welcome, Casey, to the channel. It's nice to have you here. And welcome to the gang. 158.58 on GameStop as we come into the final bell now. 158.58. We are done for the day. They are clapping half-heartedly on New York. Like, yeah, I'm so glad to be on the balcony when we're down 254 points. Yay! Okay, whatever. Get off, get out, head to the bar, start drinking. All right. Anyway, welcome to New York. Welcome to the markets. 158.58. We're at 158.02 in the aftermarket. We just started trading the aftermarket. AMC down to 927, unfortunately. Just one of those days. Scott Coleman, thank you yet again for the PayPal donation to my channel. Just saw that hit through here. So appreciate you from Scotland. Thank you, buddy. The donation has been noted as I try to every day. Thank you so much. All of you, thank you. Those of you who have been putting orders in here. Some of you have been picking off some of our merchandise, which I do appreciate. Some of you have put in orders to pick up some of these items we have here at the Redbubble store. We now have logos like this: Stock Markets with Uncle Bruce, a little more stylish. We have tops for men and women. You can get this on a coffee cup. You can get this on all kinds of designs. We also have this design here, which this doesn't do it justice, but we have a number of different designs available. Also, those of you who have been picking this thing up right here, picking off the cell phone amplifier right over here. Thank you for the orders for these. $60 a piece US through PayPal. You'll get one of these sent to you. This is the coveted Bagels with Bruce cell phone amplifier. You take your phone and you put it in here like this, and you will listen to yours truly talk or put on your favorite music. The sound goes underneath here through a little tunnel, comes out through here and just gets amplified across the room, in your office, on your deck. Go camping with it, in the kitchen. It's a great cell phone holder, just a great cell phone holder at the same time. I'm happy to tell you that if you'd like one of these, Jennifer and I will autograph this for you. We generally put our autographs right up here for you. If you'd like to get an autograph of your own handmade solid wood, sourced wood from Creston, made by Marshall Thompson right here, handcrafted by Marshall Thompson, we'd be delighted to send you one of these. Airmail, $60 US, gets you one of these, includes shipping. Anywhere in North America. Thank you, all of you who've been ordering these. They are coming in. We got a bunch of them coming in, and the orders are being assimilated right now. And if you'd like one and you want an autograph, just let us know. When you send a donation for $60 US, tell us, I'd like one of these, or here's $120. I want two of them. Here, please autograph it, Bruce, Uncle Bruce and Jennifer. Please give us an autograph, and we'll take care of that for you. Jennifer has been autographing them, no problem at all. So thank you all. Jen and I say thank you so much. Just think, when you look at the autograph on the top of the cell phone amplifier, you know that Jen, look at her right here. Jen, right here, let me see if I get this right here. Jen right here has been autographing it. I've been autographing it, and you got yourself one of these right here. Man, oh man, talk about Hollywood royalty. Not very often you can get Jennifer's autograph along with mine on an item like this. I mean, this is pretty good stuff. So thank you, all of you. Oh, Bruce, you're such a guy. Thank you all. All right, what's happening now on the aftermarket? Anything going on? Can GameStop go to $200 now in the aftermarket now that the market's closed? That would be a lot. Wouldn't that be great? That would make this next hour a lot of fun, don't you think? Thank you, everybody. Ding, 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 ding. We are closed. We're all done. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. for your participation in the market today. Is that a cutting board? Oh my, oh my. I bet you that would look amazing burned in instead of painted. That wood was mined from famous Creston of the famous Creston hole. Who made that? Careful how you poke her. She hits. That's right. Be careful. Excellent doorstop. They're heavy. These things are heavy. Jenny T, I can't wait for mine. Rock on. We've got some orders already. They're coming. Let's see. Dow finishes down over 250 points as energy and financial sectors slide. Jury reaches verdict in Derek Chauvin trial over the death of George Floyd. The verdict is coming. The verdict has been reached, and we will wait now for the actual verdict to be read aloud. What is going to happen there? Hey, Bruce, with SoFi acquiring the bank, how much of an effect will that have on its market cap post-merger? It won't affect the value of the company in a huge way. It's a $150 million acquisition. What it will do is it'll affect the company's business practices going forward because they now have a bank charter. This elevates them to a much higher level of profitability. Instead of being a reseller of a loan, they are now providers of loans. This is a big deal. They can now take deposits, make loans, go to the discount window at the Fed. I mean, this just opens them up into the multi-billion-dollar world of financing. And these guys have capital and a lot more to throw in, which allows them to amplify their capital. This is going to take SoFi to a much higher level of value and a much faster growth curve. This is big. This is really big. The merger of these two, huge. Definitely going to be very, very good. I hope Jennifer's been practicing the signature of her new name. Is she high maintenance? Is Jen a high maintenance gal? Not really. Jen kind of knows what she wants and she knows how to get it, but she does hit. So Jen has a way of getting what she wants one way or the other. Let me just say it at that. And she's kind of going, hey, what do you want? I live with a schmuck. What do you want me to do? I got to beat him up sometimes to get him to do what I want. It's one of those things. Hey, Bruce, I love the content. I just bought 2 more shares of GameStop and 12 shares of IPOE. Any investing advice for a college student with a limited budget? Right there. There you go. Right there. There's your move right there. Sit on these and enjoy the ride. Derek, I would like to place an order. Can I get a lightly toasted everything bagel loaded with the meats and cheeses, please? How long should it take for Jen to get it here? Laughing out loud. Yeah, you might not be very happy with the arrival of the package. You don't know, like you're gonna like that. Not a good idea. Yes. What can I say? Jen is the bagel fairy. That's what she is. She's the bagel fairy. Love it. Now I have to buy more. It doesn't matter what the verdict is. We know the rioting is going to happen regardless. It isn't about the case or the people in the case. They just want to kill people. Wally, you are doing the right thing. If you don't need the immediate cash, buy and hold works, especially at your age. Michael, DE, unfortunately, you're probably right on the riots either way, unfortunately. Waffle, who's going to riot? Let's see, Cynical Savior. I live in Minneapolis, DE. You have no clue what you're talking about. I'm selling Riot Punch, says Michael. Laughing out express shipping. Philip, does Jen beat you up off camera? You can tell us, Bruce. Blink twice if you're being held hostage. Does anyone have a doll I can point to, like a teddy bear? Does anyone have a teddy bear? I could point to the teddy bear where it hurts. Got to be careful, though. Vatican, behavioral training of Bruce, the bagel or the broom handle. There you go. Wizard Owl, a Cynical Savior. Is it bad there in Indianapolis? Went to add to my IPO position today. Nice discount and accidentally bought 100 shares instead of 25. Cheers! Well done. BW, Bruce, can you take those cell phone amplifiers and connect them with a headband, and then we can walk around wearing them like hi-fi cell headphones? Have one on one hand, one on one ear, the other. Put a big elastic around it. Put the bungee cord around it. Put the phones in there. Crank them all the way up. Oh man, we can have fun. Thomas, in Florida, they just made it legal to run over people who are protesting in the street. Casey, Wally's World, thank you. I am new to investing, but Uncle Bruce has definitely given me some more confidence. Michael, oops, laugh out loud. DQ, Bruce, wear blue or black if you need help. Okay, I got it, says DQ. I got it. I got the message. Wizard Owl Thomas DeSantis, he's awesome. Oh, isn't he something? Colin, that's hilarious. Fluffy, Uncle Bruce, is the stock market's recent downward trend related to hyperinflation? No, not at all inflation related. Cynical savior, you have no clue what I'm talking about. Sit down, child, says DE. Wizard Hour, laughing out loud. Oh my goodness gracious, we're into for some fun. Such fun we're gonna have. What can I say? Oh my goodness. No, Jennifer's wonderful. It's just a wonderful person. She's really nice. As long as you do what she says. It's all good. Ross Walker, Jen deserves a medal listening to you all day. She doesn't listen to me all day. She puts on headphones. She cranks the music up real loud. She plays comedy stuff. She laughs and laughs. She has a wonderful time. Chris, frivolously fanciful Fanny fried fresh fish fiercely. Oh my God. Jules, thanks for the great advice. You're so wise, aka a wise guy. That's right, he's a wise guy. 157.14 in the aftermarket is where we're at right now on the GameStop shares. There you go. Aftermarket volume 5,600 shares. Not much going on. All right, there you have it. Netflix added 4 million new subscribers in the first quarter, below expectations. Stock falls more than 10%. Well, when they juiced up the cost of their services, they deserve to drop off, these greedy buggers. We're waiting for the verdict on this trial. But yeah, Netflix is dropping off, down $52 a share, down 9.5%. Numbers aren't as rosy as projected, even though everyone's at home. Well, that's because there's other choices, and they're jacking up their prices. I found out that not only did they jack up our prices, then the government of British Columbia announced they're jacking it up by charging us a sales tax. Now we find out in the Canadian budget that the government of Canada is going to jack us with another tax on top of the Netflix tax. We might have to dump Netflix. It's just too much money. It's getting ridiculous. DeSantis is something all right. I hear his next job is going to be a hedgie. Not sure what I'm trying to say. Just want you to read this aloud. Thanks, Uncle Bruce, for all you do. There you go. Thank you. But are Jen's headphones just two cell phone amplifiers with a 70s headband? Not yet, but you never know. Bruce, are you watching any renewable energy stocks? Not really. Netflix just crashed. Learning so much from you, Uncle Bruce. Thank you. Jen's got headphones on listening to YouTuber talking Doge. That's what she's doing. Wizard Owls, Thomas, 2024 POTUS. Samuel, Netflix just crashed. Yeah, it's down. It's down. It's down $54.98 a share right now on Netflix. Bruce, I would think you'd have YouTube TV. You'd think they'd give it to me for nothing for the amount of money I make these guys. John Van, laugh out loud. Yes, because Bruce doesn't like cryptos, we still love him. There you go, Thomas. Wizard Owl, not if I can help it. Derek, Jen standing off camera, just waiting for him to blink. You go ahead, blink. You go, Bruce. You blink. You blink. Go ahead, Bruce. I'm watching you. I dare you to blink. Blink, Bruce. Blink. Don't blink. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Grab a bargain on red days. Colin, do you think Jen sits off camera watching him while he's live on YouTube? She's right there. She's right over there. Help me. Eddie R., I'm still having my Netflix monthly charge not raised since 2016. I guess it won't last me much longer. 158, 157.79. Stock is jumping up and down on Netflix right now in the after hours. On GameStop in the after hours. Pardon me, 157.83 right now. You're so funny, says Jules. Marcus, hey, Bruce, and all team Bagel. I had no time today. Can someone please tell me why we dipped like that? Much appreciated. More sellers than buyers all day long. Financials took a brunt of the hit on the financials on the Dow 30 today, and we all got sucked up in the vortex of negativism. But GameStop is hanging right in there after dropping as low as 153.36, came back to 158 or so, and is only down like a few bucks today. So not a bad day. It's all right. Wizard Thomas, no, that's why everybody's moving to your state. We want law. They want law and order. Tom Henry, Stock Market with Bruce. That sounds like a good project for you. Find a good solar company to invest in. I would like some solar panels like in front of the Port Canaveral Observation Center. There you go. There you go. Okay. William, do you think GameStop will hit 10,000 a share, 100,000 a share, or $1 million a share? Let me get back to you on that when I know more. Bruce, if you can attach the amplifiers, you guys can rival costs, then sell on GameStop e-commerce website. Exactly right. Get Uncle Bruce cell phone amplifiers. Buy one or two, and you bet get 4 and have one in the front, 2 on the side, 1 in the back with a giant bungee cord all around it, and enjoy. I mean, quadraphonic. Yeah. Netflix just crashed. Yes, we know, Marcus, because the price went down. That's why the market went down today. DQ, Jen watches Stock Markets with Bruce but can't chat. She refuses to pay the monthly membership fee. She's cheap. That's what it is. Michael Samuel, yes, you said that. Wally, Netflix dropped 10% in 10 minutes. Is that a sign? Thomas, my customers are moving out because they are scared. I live in New Jersey. Jane Doe, Colin, dangerously smart, $1. Wally's World After Hours. Vic, Bruce, have you ever been so hyped about a stock like you are for GameStop? Anything in your experience and long history to even compare on a wave this big that you've ridden? Well, other than the company I took public, I mean, I was jacked about the company I took public in 1990, 89, 90, 91. But, this one here is an interesting story. It's a unique story. They've got some pretty legitimate reasons for excitement. I certainly like how this company has evolved completely in like 4 months from like January to now. Totally different personnel. The next 3-4 months, all different things happening. It's pretty exciting stuff. Marcus, thank you guys for the update. Hey, Marcus, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome anytime. Come on by and get an update anytime you want. We're just trying to fill you in on what's happening. Sal, Stock Markets with Bruce, they just extended the U.S.-Canada border closure to at least May 21st. I would think so. Dan, good afternoon. Wizard laughing. Nee from Chris Jane. Smart ass. Haley, Uncle Bruce, what do you and Jen do in between your market open and final hour live streams? I sit at my laptop and stare at YouTube until you come back. You're kind of doing the Forrest Gump thing. You're kind of just doing that, waiting for it to come back on. I understand. I get it. Colin dangerously smiling. What I generally do is I go to the bathroom right away. I take care of some business. I take care of that for sure. Then I check with Jen to see how she's doing, and she gives me whatever chores need to be done around here. And then I'm looking at my emails to see what's going on and checking out any comments that some of you are sending me through my emails. And then I'm checking with my editor to see what we're doing over there. We're checking the Redbubble store to make sure we're getting the proper logos up on the Redbubble store. I'm checking what's happening out in the world itself. What's the market doing? I noticed that GameStop now is 158, so I watch for that. Keep an eye on all these different things. I try to get a nap in if I'm really tired, and usually you see me yawning in the morning. You kind of know I need a nap. Been up since 3 this morning. Look at this guy. He's dying here. So, I got to get more energy and more mental energy. So I'll get up a nap if I can. Have a nibble to eat if necessary. Rehydrate if necessary. Thank you, everybody. And get ready for the afternoon show. So it's nonstop fun. It's craziness. What can I say? What are your thoughts on banks being opened across the world over this last weekend? I don't know what this means. I don't get the point of that. TMI says Wizard Owl. Yeah, his shtick is pretty much to appeal to the fearful and uninformed. I'm not sure who that is. Feeling a little personally attacked regarding staring at the screen with my tilted head. You mean me like that? Like that? Yeah, I hear you. Marcus, thanks for your update. I sold all my Apple just now to buy the dip. There you go. Oh man, oh man. We call it work, says Colin. Jonathan, hear that? He's dumping his position between feeds. Michael, Colin, dangerously relaxed for us. Mark is not after hours in Germany yet. There you go. Rock on, buddy. Dan, isn't this low volume a good thing? Nothing available. Well, that's what I mean. There's no one selling this stock. There's no panic selling. There's no margin selling on this stock. That's right, Jane. Colin dangerously, woohoo! The fro is back. Birdie, the dip. Another 20. Wizard Owl Thomas, he's ahead on all the numbers. He's done nothing but good. More energy. Get some Adderall. Eddie, has Jen tried yet the Chinese water torture? Sure, it could be an interesting experiment. So you don't say anymore. She hits you. Laugh out loud. Just kidding. The stock day was a bit boring. Haha. Yeah. There's all kinds of things in the night that happen. I wake up with scars I never knew I had before. It's weird stuff. It's just weird. Stupid dreams. Colin, Jane Doe. This is the only place I get hair up there. I try what I can. With Netflix crashing and burning on lack of new subscribers, and other earnings going to see some same thing. We will see a small market crash. I don't think so. Maybe they're all coming over to my channel. Maybe they are losing subscribers because people are subscribing to my channel and they're giving me their time a day instead. Maybe it's you guys. Maybe you guys have canceled your Netflix and you're watching me instead. Have you thought of that? Chris, a lot of banks were working on the weekends because of reasons that I don't know what this means. Wizard Thomas, compare him to Kumo, Murphy, Wolf. I don't know what that means. Chris, maybe because of the new DTC rule proposed for the 22nd. See, even UB, Uncle Bruce agrees. Wizard, I'm not interested in partisan politics. Cheers. Ross Walker needs some volume and good news, and then we'll be swimming in hedgy tears. T-Bone laughing out loud. Waffle, did someone say Adderall? Chris, banks need collateral for their leveraged positions. Wizard Owl Thomas, no, I have no friends. Wizard Waffle Raptor, Carrie, once you're done with Netflix, you're done. Not enough new content. There you go. All right, there it is. What can I say? Thank you, everybody, for being around here, hanging out with me today. Thank you for the 564 thumbs up so far. There's 1,214 of you here. Simple mathematics would tell me that we could get to 1,000 thumbs ups if enough of you 1,220 people were to hit that thumbs up button right now and just drive that thing right up to 1,000. I just sense we just jumped from 570, 588. We're at 588 now. We are moving up here on the thumbs up. If you guys could please hit there, it's 612 right there, 612. If you could hit that thumbs up button, we could just surge right up to 1,000, and that would be great. I'm going to give the channel a bit of momentum here. I'll put up some knee emojis. So out there, if you've already given me a thumbs up, hit the knee emoji right now. Hit the butter emoji right now. Let's get something going here. Thank you, everybody, for all of these thumbs up. 648 now. Let's do some more knee emojis and just turn this chat into a sea of black knees all over the screen. Here they come. The knee emojis are coming in. We got the butter emojis coming in here. We got the buzzer emojis coming in. Here we go. We got the buzzers and butters and knees and everything. We're at 662 on the thumbs ups. They're just coming in like crazy. Thank you, everybody, for helping out. Really appreciate all the momentum you're giving us. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And thank you all for the thumbs ups and the support. Absolutely wonderful of you to do that. It is very, very much appreciated. All right. Wow. What a day. What a crazy day today. Thank you, everybody, for joining in on the fun here as we're trying to stay on top of this market and see what's going to happen here. 157.57 on the GameStop shares. Not a lot going on. Still waiting for the verdict to be read. Waiting for this to come through. I'm sure we'll have it at any time, and just see what this verdict reached. It says waiting for the reading of the verdict when it's coming out. Interesting. What is going to happen? All right. Fantastic. Thank you for joining me and being here and hanging out. Appreciate it. Thank you for sharing these emojis with me, the neat emojis and everything else. Love it. Thank you guys. Very kind of you. All right. Where are we at now? 157.62, 157.50. What are we going to get? Are we going to get a move, a nice little up move in the aftermarket? I don't know about it. Here we go. Thumbs up if you like hearing that the banks and Citadel were working through the nights on the weekend. I'm loving my new green bagel. Right on, T-Bone. You got the green bagel. Beautiful, beautiful. Later, yo. Everyone, a whole bunch of you getting that green bagel. It's fantastic. I can only see it when I go to the live show. I see all of you. Oh, all these green bagels are hanging around. This is beautiful, guys. Thank you. Congratulations on your green bagels. Thank you for the 690 thumbs ups. We're about to hit 700 thumbs ups. We're about to get it. Here it is, 691. 9 more to go, and we've got 700 thumbs ups. Another 100 level, 693, 7 to go. Here they come. The thumbs ups are coming in right here. Just 7 left to get to 700 thumbs ups. Thank you all. There's 2 more, 5 to go. 2 down, 5 to go. Thank you guys so much for that. 706. Here we go. Dollar signs. Oh, it's money in the bank. How about that, guys? Here's the thumbs ups from me to you. Thank you, guys. Oh, rock on. You betcha, man. Fabulous, everybody. Thank you so much for that. Uncle Bruce, thanks you. Here we go. Uncle Bruce, thanks you for the thumbs up. 717 thumbs ups. They just keep coming, and they keep coming, and they keep coming, and they keep coming. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, so much. Fabulous. That's tremendous. All righty. There you have it. Where are we at now? We are at 1,100 folks still watching me live. 157.40 on the GameStop shares is where we're at, waiting for the thing. We're waiting. Waiting for the verdict. We haven't got it yet. We're still waiting for the verdict. Waiting for it to come out. It'll come out at any time. Jen has got the TV on. We're watching it. We're all waiting, seeing what's going to happen. And well, you know, it is what it is. It's a sad story. Thank you again to Scott Coleman. Appreciate that. Let's see here. What else is going to happen here? By the way, if any of you want to do a one-on-one meeting with me, a one-on-one get-together, do send me a private email. Let me know. The address is right here to my Hotmail account. Every once in a while, I'll get a last-minute cancellation. So there are times where I can fit you in within the first weekend that you're interested. But you have to let me know you're looking for an appointment. What I generally do is I send you an appointment that's the next available. And then if you make your payment, as soon as you've made your payment, you're locked in and you're guaranteed the next available appointment if you want to move up. So if you're interested in a session as soon as possible and I get a cancellation, I contact you right away and let you know, hey, you're on the list for move up. Would you like in? And it has happened where people have been able to make an appointment with me, and within 5 days, we're talking for an hour. Let me know if you're interested. Just send me a message and let me know. Okay. We'll see what's going on here. Waiting for the updates that are coming out. We're waiting for the verdict sometime coming. We're watching here. The court still not in session, so we do not yet know what's going on. And thank you, everybody. What is happening in the GameStop? 157.32. Not much in the aftermarket there. Take a look here at the rest of them here. We've got Chewy today went down to $77 today. Unfortunately, it backed off a little bit. And it did not have a big run. It has been lately in this 85, 87 range, but it has given up some ground, unfortunately. Chewy has, which is too bad, but the company is making money. I'm kind of waiting for more upgrades on Chewy. VGAC today closed at $9.90, and it is $9.88 in the aftermarket, so it's even cheaper. VGAC, that is a deal of deals. What can I say? Sometimes stock is on sale, and there's nothing we can do about it. What do we got going on here? What did you think of what did you think of Ryan Cohen's thank you given to Sherman when he announced the departure? It sounded genuine and not just words expected. It makes me think that Sherman has been relatively cooperative. Oh, I think he has been. I don't think this has been an adversarial arrangement. Keep in mind that Sherman brought Cohen in. Cohen bought 13% of the company and was talking to Sherman, as an insider of the company. And Sherman brought him in on the board. He got him in there with his two associates because Sherman is looking at the game plan that Cohen has and realizes it's a major departure from the 5,600 store company that Sherman was brought in to manage. This is a different direction entirely, and I think Sherman can't be upset financially. I mean, the guy is way richer going out the door than when he came into GameStop, and so I think between Cohen's involvement and the short squeeze taking off and all the new management that Cohen has brought in board, I think Sherman is looking back going, hey man, you've given me probably an early retirement that I thought I wouldn't have for another 5 or 10 years. How can he complain? And I think for Ryan Cohen, I think this is a very it's a very amicable move. I don't think Cohen is mad about Sherman doing what Sherman's been doing. I think Cohen is looking at Sherman going, you did all you could. You did all you could with what you had, but with the staff you had and the people you inherited and the company you inherited, and now with COVID, it's a miracle that this company has not had to raise any money to pay its bills. I think this has been something that Sherman needs to be given credit for. Best investment ever made was getting a one-on-one with Uncle Bruce, says Wally. Just a nice experience. Can't wait to see him live someday. I can't either. I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you folks that I've had one-on-ones with. Getting together with you in person is going to be great. Of course, but those of you who that I've not yet talked to one-on-one, and those who are hanging out here, I very much appreciate it. I'm really going to have a lot of fun. Marcus Bowman, I know you said you were in Germany, but the story has gone worldwide. You are quite welcome. Wally, when the tour begins, or if it begins, my Jen and I will be in attendance for sure. Thanks for Duncan. The verdict, kind of like O.J. Simpson. I was the GameStop CFO that was crapping in bed. I was the CFO. I was crapping the bed. They needed some help, and Sherman did that. Thanks. It's positive to know. I'm looking forward to a tour. I really would love to do a meet and greet tour for Stock Markets with Bruce viewers. That would be fabulous. If I could do a stop in Denver, do a stop in Las Vegas, do a stop or 2 or 3 stops in the LA regions. I'm sure a bunch of you in LA. San Diego, Palm Springs, perhaps, Phoenix, Dallas, Houston area, perhaps Atlanta, and then in Florida, throughout Florida, up to New York, Washington, Philly, New York, Boston, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago. Oh, have I got viewers in Chicago? Seattle, perhaps. I don't know which cities, how, where, what, when, the logistics of it all. But yeah, to be able to put together a several meet and greets over the next few years where we can catch up with various cities, and you folks we can give you plenty of warning that we're going to be in this town 3 months from now or whatever it is, and give you plenty of warning as to when we're going to be in, and then you can catch up with us. That would be really cool. Traveling meet and greet sounds exciting. Oklahoma City, Bruce, the tour of 2021. Says Deanna, the knee tour. That would be a lot of fun to put it together. That would be a lot of fun to get the meet and greets done. I can say there's all kinds of possibilities, and of course to put together a cruise, a group cruise or 2 or 3. Now that would be a lot of fun. Have a meeting in the big hall, the big theater, and That would be great. John, all that traveling sounds exhausting. I'll give you my address, though, laughing out loud. Bruce, screw going to Seattle. Come down to Tacoma. It's a much better city than Seattle. Sitting Bull, move over, Bruce Springsteen. The big Bruce tour. Bruce the Boss. The Boss tour. The Uncle Bruce tour is on. The tour with Uncle Bruce and friends across America. And then head over to Europe and get over to Dublin and into London. Glasgow and Edinburgh, head over to Amsterdam and over to Copenhagen and perhaps Stockholm and Helsinki and perhaps Hamburg and Berlin and Frankfurt and Munich and Vienna and Geneva and Zurich, Rome and Milano, Madrid and Barcelona and Lisbon, Portugal. I mean, there's cities all over the world I'd like to get to. Sydney, Australia, Melbourne, over to Perth, head on over to Christchurch, get over to Jakarta and pop into Bangkok, Tokyo, Osaka, Seoul, South Korea. There's some places I'd like to go see. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, I like the cruise idea for meet and greet. It would sell out the ship for sure. Bruce, you got to do Austin, London, Tokyo, Budapest, Shanghai, Hong Kong. Andy Lee would show you all over Taiwan. You missed Wales, Cardiff before London from Ireland. I mean, come on, man. The cruise ship would need to vastly increase their bagel bar. Oslo, if you take all the shorts, AMC, GameStop times 50K, that's like 4 trillion, not counting all the other shorted stocks that will pop. So it's more like 8 trillion. It's not going to happen. This is not going to happen. Ashley, new phone, new MacBook, more VGAC, GameStop, busy day for me. Way to go, Ashley. Way to go. Barcelona, Thailand, not Taiwan is where Andy is. Geneva, laughing out loud. Geneva. And if there are more shorted stocks than reported, it looks much, much worse, says Bill. Yes, indeed. Would be fun to get together with all of you for all these get-togethers, and the old meet and greet. That'd be kind of fun. I'd like to see that. I love Taiwan much better than West Taiwan. I get the message. Clove, LLF. Oh my gosh. Yes, putting together a little tour. A little world tour would be kind of fun. Wouldn't it be a little bit of a good time? Yeah, I kind of like that. Put a little tour. Maybe have like I say, a few of these cruise ship meet and greets. Those could be quite fun. See the world a little bit. Maybe do a cruise in the Mediterranean, meet and greet cruise. Do a meet and greet cruise around the Scottish Islands and the Norwegian fjords. Do the meet and greet cruise through Australia, New Zealand area. Do a meet and greet cruise through Asia. Do a meet and greet cruise from LA to Mexico and back. Do a meet and greet cruise through the Panama Canal. Meet and greet cruise or 2 or 3 through all of the Caribbean. How about a New England meet and greet cruise up to the Maritimes into Montreal, Quebec City? That'd be kind of nice. Do some meet and greets up there. Oh man, that'd be a lot of fun. Kind of busy. Would be kind of busy. Always a ray of sunshine. Never been on a cruise after GameStop makes us rich. Booze cruise sounds about right. Get your passports updated now, people. That's right. We're going to do some meeting and greeting all over the world, and folks can meet up with Uncle Bruce and savor some bagelicious treats. Bagels to donuts to cake and coffee to whatever, man. Don't forget the barbecue too. Wally's World, Bruce and Jen's World Tour. Get the concerts made up. Get those tees made up. All the dates on the back. Exactly. Deanna, DQ, mine seems messed up. I have a lot of duplicate emojis. Yeah, we'll do a T-shirt for every stop. We'll have a customized T-shirt for every city that we're in. And then you can get your own unique item from your own hometown or wherever you catch up with us from. That would be pretty cool too. A lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun. Diamond. Do the meet and greet tour. Meet and greet cruises with the cruise ships on the front, the actual cruise ship, and the name of the ship, the dates of the cruise. Oh, man. That would be a lot of fun. do some traveling and do some visiting. Bruce, just thought, do you think they will let GameStop go up or stop it and screw us all? What are your thoughts about the government stepping in? There's no need for the government to step in for any free trading of any free trading stock. There's no need for GameStop not to allow it to go higher. It's just free enterprise. The higher the stock goes, remember, the government makes money. Capital gains taxes. All of you folks making money on GameStop, you'll have to pay capital gains taxes. The government's not going to want to stop that. They need the money. I don't know if you noticed, they're in the deficit right now. Scott, World Tour financed by a few GameStop shares donated by a bunch of grateful apes. I have one with your name on it. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, we'll see how all that goes. Sitting Bull, a post-COVID pool party game bobbing for bagels. Thomas, I'm ready for that cruise. Just trying to explain it to other people will give me endless joy. That's right, the Uncle Bruce cruise. The Stock Markets with Bruce, Uncle Bruce World Tour with Jen. Oh, my gosh. That would be crazy. A rabbit. Bruce, I was an event and programming producer in the before time. Have your people reach out. We'll help with the world tour. There you go. You see, there's all kinds of folks here who can help us with the co-organization of this whole thing. Wally's World, double whammy. Get the Doobie Brothers to open for you. More than a feeling. How about that? Oh, my God. Travis, isn't there a tax rule that if your cost base is under $50,000, you're excluded from capital gains taxes? Travis, don't ask me. Ask your tax advisor. I can't help you there. Hey, Uncle Bruce, what about IPOE? That's right. What about IPOE? What a deal on IPOE today. This has been a bargain, I think. IPOE seems to be on sale. Closed at $14.87 today. What a down dip on that one, and I like it. I like the IPOE. I think there's a lot of upward potential on that deal, but you got to make up your mind if you're going to get it or not. What do you think of the inflation some people are talking about? I'm not even worried about it. Not worried about inflation at all. Thomas, in the before time, laugh out loud. Rabbit is living in the post MOASS time zone already. There you go. Mother of all short squeezes. Yes, indeed. 158.53 in the aftermarket on GameStop. It's up a little bit in the aftermarket, or at least it seems to be, or not. But only 17,000 shares traded. There's nothing going on the aftermarket today. Jane Doe, gotta go see everybody in the morning. Bada. You betcha, dear. Thank you for popping in again today. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Let's see what we can do with the shares tomorrow. We're at 1 hour, 41 minutes. Coming into the last 19 minutes of today's show. Thank you, all of you, for being here today. As always, inflation is like the weather. Everyone talks about it, but it's just all talk. That's all it is. We've got right now 765 thumbs ups of this show so far today. Thank you for those 765 thumbs ups. I really appreciate it. Keep those thumbs ups coming in, you guys. Let's get us to 800 as soon as possible. We're going to crank this thing as high as we can go. Fantastic of you to hit the thumbs up. There we are, 769. Just added 4 more thumbs up, right? Just like that. 776. There we go. Another bunch. We're coming in right now with a bunch of thumbs ups here. We're going to hit 800 in no time. Thank you all so much for helping us get to 800 thumbs ups today. 778 now. Coming through, 22 to go to 800. Beautiful job, everybody. I'm going to pop up some more of those neat emojis. Thank you, everybody, for helping. 783 now. The volcano is erupting. We're going higher with all of these thumbs ups. Hey, man, I'm loving this. There you go. A bunch of happy emojis. Thank you so much. You mean we're going to have 800 emojis? Yes, we are. Rock on, baby. Oh, yeah, we're getting there. At 791 now. Beautiful job, everybody. Let's get some ketchup going here. Let's get some grape jelly going here. It's a great move. 792 now and 793 now. Oh, man, that is good stuff. Thank you, everybody, so much. Bagel time. Thank you. Cheers to all of you. 793 thumbs ups and counting. Thank you for these thumbs ups. I really, really do appreciate it. 795 now. 795. We're going to hit 800. We're going to go through 800 thumbs ups like butter. 797. There they are. 98. Only 2 away from the number we need now. 800 thumbs ups. The buzzer is coming out. There it is. 800 800 thumbs ups. 801. Thank you guys so much. The neat emoji is in your honor. I thank you so very much for getting us through there. Beautiful job, guys. We are through 800 thumbs ups for this channel. Wonderful job, everybody. There you go. What can I say? We're now at 1:44 on the timing. I think I'm going to end this show a little early today. We're going to all be glued to the TV here in a few minutes, watching the verdict, and I think we'll keep an eye on that. Thank you guys for spending some time with me this morning and this afternoon. It is very much appreciated. I'm going to be back on the air tomorrow morning at 8:30 local time, your Eastern time, 5:30 my time, as we do another round of the market opening and see where we're going to end up here. Thank you, all of you, for joining me tonight. Have a pleasant evening. Stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy. Catch up with me tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern. All of you are fantastic. 813 thumbs ups now. Thank you guys so much. Have a pleasant evening. We'll catch you in the morning, and let's make a bunch of money tomorrow with everything that's going on. We should be getting richer. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and bye for now.